It's a beautiful journey I'm going through because of all these beautiful souls. I am able to go read and pick up more information. And one of the secret for every one of you to live a very, very happy and a more healthier lifestyle is keep your brain active. The moment a lot of people, what we do is we feel after 50, 55 or 60 years, we feel that we can retire. In my journey, I would request you, there is no retirement for you as long as you're taking in and taking out breath on this planet Earth. Do not retire. At least, even though you may have some physical issues or the physical debilities, I would say keep your mental awareness and the mental frequency in line with. So one of the easiest ways to learn something new, learn something every day, at least 10 new words, and pick something which is something new for you. It could be your terahertz, it could be your any other water. It doesn't matter. See, as long as we are all on this platform Earth, pick the information. See, there are a lot of filtered waters available outside. Just go and read about it, pick the information. And no doubt, we human beings always would do a comparison of everything. It's okay to compare, but still what we need to do is finally you need to choose what is the right thing for you, for your body to move forward. So today's topic, I just picked up a general wellness for the reason I thought, I don't mind going into the medical line, but still I thought today, let me give you something to do with the general wellness. I don't need to introduce myself. Okay. Now here, most of us, we are all 100% every day in and out. I'm seeing patients wherein what's happening is something, what I would say is something they want to know, but many a times they are a little confused how to go about, especially when it comes to health. We are all a little confused for the only reason is there are too many information available on the net with your WhatsApp, with your Twitter, your Facebook, social medias. We are getting bombarded with a lot of information. So what happens is our mind is something which will go on picking up the information. And then what happens is when you have too much of information, you are so confused that you don't know which is right, which is wrong. So this is what is happening. So what I would request you is you should start looking at solutions which are more easy. Start with simple steps of doing things so that that will make life more easy for you. At the end of the day, make your life more easy instead of scratching your brain and then thinking what should I do. But there are a lot of ways of getting into that, and this is a very beautiful proverb I always would share is little drops of rain make a mighty ocean. This is something very important in your day-to-day life. So in your journey of life, if you're looking at today, if you're a 50-year-old human being, what has happened is the little drops of rain is something like an habit which you have created and which you have been practicing all the while for this until 50 years of age. So what has happened? It has become a mighty ocean. Now, it could be the thought patterns. It could be your eating habits. It could be your day-to-day routine. So what happens is it all gets collectively and it becomes an ocean. So once it becomes an ocean, for you to revert back to the original becomes a little difficult and it is challenging. But as a human being, you are a very, very powerful being. You can change in an instant to do things in a different manner. You should do it provided you make a proper decision and a proper protocol for your life journey to move forward. Saying so, now start with a simple habit. It's a very, very simple concept is habit. Now, when you're looking at the habit or habits, now habits are multiple things which you have made it as your routine. Now, what we'll do is we'll just remove the H from the habit. What happens? A bit is still available there. That means it's still there. You take out the A from the bit, you still have a bit of it, right? Now, finally, you have to take the B from there and then it is still there. Now, this is something you need to understand that in your life journey, whatever habit you have already created, there will be a, a little bit of it in your journey unless you erase it, especially your thought patterns. especially your day-to-day habits, what you are doing. You need to change it. So habit is something which we have created. So in that way, especially if you are probably getting up late in the morning, if it is a habit for you getting up at around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, you want to get up early in the morning by 4:30. It's still possible, but many of us will not be, because our mind will say it's okay. Your office is only at 9 o'clock, so it's okay to get up at 7 o'clock. This is what our mind will tell, and then we go with the mind's message, and then we start following it. Now, most of the times, a habit is developed or becomes a routine. A habit becomes a routine if you are practicing it for a minimum period of 21 days. It's said that 3 weeks you follow. For example, you go to a particular restaurant on day one and probably drink a cup of coffee. Now the second day you still want to go to at the same timing, and for 7 days. The eighth day, go back and you will go and drink the coffee. But if you go on practicing it for the second week and then the third week, 21 days, you complete the 21 days. After that, whether you like it or not, you will automatically go to that particular restaurant, have your coffee and come out. Whether it's good, bad, it doesn't matter. You will be still there. You may see some uneasy situations in the restaurant, but still your it has become a routine for you, and then you will just go there and sit there and chat there. And now this is what is most of the human beings, we are stuck to our habits, which knowingly or unknowingly is a menace on this planet earth, wherein we human beings are not able to change the habit. For the reason is we do not want a change. If you do not want to change, nothing is going to change. Whether you're going to drink terahertz water, which is a new technology and a new concept, or you want to change the way your filtration system is available at your home, everything needs a change. So for that, you need to work for it. Even drinking the water for 21 days continuously. This is what I always tell my people. Do not give terahertz water for anybody for just 1 day or 2 day or 1 week or 10 days. It doesn't work. Give them for a period of 3 weeks. Let them drink the water for a period of 3 weeks, and then give them all the support what they need. And then slowly you see what is the response they are going to get. And then finally you can start moving forward and enhancing the amount of water you're going to drink. So starting with the simple habit of whatever you're doing, do it today. If at all you want to start getting into the wellness part, becoming more healthy, start with the habit. So what are the things we can do to move? We need to definitely balance our habits. We need to balance. Now, how do we do? What time do you get up in the morning? This is a very, very important aspect of any human being, and especially youngsters. Let me request you, please wake up in the morning. Now, what time you sleep doesn't matter. You sleep at 12 o'clock, but still can get up between 4:30 to 5 o'clock. It should be your routine. But in most of the human being, what you would notice is people who are all above 60 years, they will be it's not that they are getting up early in the morning. What's happening for them, they won't be able to sleep. Actually, sleeplessness, insomnia is one of the problems which when you have 60 plus will have, because you'll have so many problems. You'll have physical problem, you'll have some diseases. All this will never give you peace of mind to sleep. Now, if at all you want to see how good is a sleep, you just observe a newborn baby or a small children. Now what happens is, a small children, for example, you're all watching TV, and then the baby is sleeping on the sofa, right? Now once the baby goes to sleep, you would have noticed many times you can carry room bed sleep like a baby. Now, if at all you need to create, and you create a habit of a peaceful sleep, what you cannot carry all the unwanted junk in your brain and then go to bed with anger, you will not be able to sleep. Even if you start worrying about a disease which you are having, it could be cancer, it could be or a complicated disease, it doesn't matter. But when you go to bed, you need to make yourself peaceful, so that you should sleep like a baby, so that at least the 4 hours to 5 hours of sleep. But normally it is told that you should sleep for between 7 to 8 hours of sleep is a necessity. But I have been practicing sleeping of around 4 to 5 hours is good enough, and then I feel very energetic. And that too, now from last October until now, drinking terahertz water also has given a lot of positive changes with a lot of energy. I have a lot of energy in working. 14 hours is not a big deal at all. Now, the second option for you is, when you get up in the morning, what exactly do you think of? See, whether you like it or not, the moment you open your eyes, your mind starts working, right? Are you in a complaining mode, or are you in a complimenting and gratitude mode? So the best option for you would be is get into the complimentary mode. Stop complaining about your body. Stop complaining about your pain. Stop complaining about the lockdown here. Stop complaining about the business not doing well. No complaints. Huh? What you do, just compliment. You're awake. You're alive on this planet Earth. Nothing else. Only when you're alive, you can do some work. Only when you're alive, you can eat your food. Only when you're alive, you can earn some money. This is a standard protocol for you on this planet Earth. So when you're at least alive, so what you need to do, just compliment yourself, have a lot of gratitude. To whom we should have gratitude? First, have a gratitude to your own soul, which is there inside your body, because of which you are alive. The moment soul leaves your body and goes, it's a dead body. There's no life in the body, and it's called dead body. Now, other than that, you can, if you have a home of your own, be thankful to your home, which the divine, which you had the opportunity to buy the house, and then be thankful. Then probably you have your family with you, be thankful for that, have a gratitude. Other than that, you have some money in your bank, 10 ringgits in your bank balance is there, it's still okay. At 10 ringgits you still can have your breakfast, lunch for two meals a day, you still can have in Malaysia, is not a big deal. So be thankful for the 10 ringgits in your bank. Now, other than that, when you start having this kind of gratitude, and when you're waking up in the morning, you feel very, very cheerful, and you will feel very positive. This is the second thing what you need to do. And third, of course, something called meditation, because there are a lot of different meanings which people would have told you about meditation. In my dictionary, if at all, if you are going to talk about meditation, what I would say is, be in the stillness, be in the now. That means early morning, you're getting up at 4:30, you're awake, and then you may look in for some light music, switch it on, and then close your eyes and be in the moment. That's it. Just close your eyes. Maybe in the initial stages, what you need to do is, there are two things you can do. Number one is, you can put on a light music, listen to it through earphones. Number two is your breath control. What you need to just watch your breath, take in deep breath and leave the breath. Just go on observing your breath for 5 to 10 minutes. Your brain wave starts coming down. Very important, as soon as you get up in the morning, when you start practicing this particular methodology of calming your brain waves, automatically you will feel very calm. So what happens, the moment you are in a meditative state, your brain waves will be going towards theta waves, that is lower down. Now, when in theta waves, your brain can receive and send signals in a much more better manner. That means, if I'm going to talk about today's general wellness, what happens? You are able to receive all the information, and then you will be able to execute it. So for students especially, if at all you want to pick up a lot of good information, whatever you're going to read or study, what will happen is, when you are in a meditative state, you are able to pick up a lot of information. So this, you need to make it a habit by listening to some light music. Now, after some time, you don't even need that music, because you just close your eyes and start watch your breath is good enough. Fantastic. Now, other than the meditation, then of course you need to do some little bit of exercise for your body, because your body needs some kind of, especially with your muscle around 600 small muscles in your whole body, 600 plus muscles. So what is happening is, you need to give them some activation. For that, you need to do some exercise, and one of the best exercises is practicing yoga. Yoga is basically making your body flexible in all the joints, and toning your muscle, and then strengthening your muscle. This is what happens when you do yoga. But if you are telling me, doc, I am just going for a brisk walking, yes, it's good, it's not wrong, it's good. But when you look at the way Walking is just you're walking straight, right? You're just going around and coming back. How many muscles can be activated by just going a brisk walk? Not many. But of course, people with maybe backache, people with knee joint problem, ankle problem, they may say, doc, I cannot do all the yoga postures and all. It's still okay. You choose what is the best for you so that you can do your exercise. But youngsters, right now you all don't have a disease, or you seems to be healthy, right? So start which help you sounding as well as strengthening. All the together weights and then push your muscles are more stronger. Yes, it's good. But how flexible are you? Can you bend and touch your toes? Can you go upside down? That means a headstand. We call it as a headstand. How many of you all can do that? We don't do that. In fact, in reality, we all need to lift our legs up for a minimum 15 minutes. Otherwise, your legs will go down and help your heart to, compensate its pumping capacity much more easily. How many of us are doing? It's basically we are talking about anti-gravity. See, human beings are the only mammals on the planet Earth which has got piles problem, hemorrhoids. Where you when you pass bowels, you will start having blood. Something called piles, which go anti-gravity for a while in one day, 24 hours. If you can go upside down, especially you have to be a little careful if you have neck issues or back issues. Please don't do this. But if at all, as an youngster, you start this exercise, it will be fantastic. You go up on the wall with your head up, head down, that is headstand. If you can do it for 1 minute, initially is good enough. If you can do it for 5 minutes, it's fantastic. I can go up to around 8 minutes as of today. It's good. I feel my neck is more stronger, my back is more stronger. I feel more energetic when I do that. And every day I make it a point, leg raising and going up, upside down is my practice. Actually, I do it. But just a tip I want to give: there is a such of those who cannot go for a headstand, you don't need to worry about the pressure effect on your neck, but still you're going anti-gravity slowly. But especially people who are all about 30-40 years, I would say start looking what your body needs. Just because I'm telling you to do a headstand, do not go and start practicing and then something goes wrong. Don't tell me, hey, you told I practice. Don't do that. Is you need to have a proper morning breakfast. And what kind of breakfast? They will always say have a king's eat like a king, right? Yes, morning breakfast. What is the breakfast you're going to have? It's very, very important. It should have a protein, it should have carbohydrate, and it should have a little bit of fat as well. Now, fat is medium chain fatty acids. You can have a good and as you're finishing your breakfast for the whole day, drink sufficient amount of water. This is also very, very important. And as far as possible, after your breakfast for 30 minutes, do not drink water. Let your own body acid and other enzymes be secreted by your body for it to digest the food. Many of us do the wrong thing by, especially if you go to McDonald's and KFC, what you would have noticed is they will supply you with whatever food you order. Along with that, they will give you one big minimum of 500 ml of your Pepsi or Coca-Cola. It's free for you, and they just give you one. And what happens is most of the time you would have noticed, our children especially, they'll be eating burger, they'll be eating chicken, everything, and then finally what, drink one shot of this particular Pepsi or Coca-Cola. Can you imagine the amount of damage it can do to your body? And over a period of time, you will notice that definitely these people are prone for diabetes. Definitely these people are prone for uh, obesity. And definitely when with all these situation, diabetes, blood pressure, heart issues, stroke, then heart attack issues, issues, then kidney failure, all these problems will come, because we cannot pinpoint and say this is the reason for your problem. We won't be able to tell. But it is all like the same as I told you, little drops of rain make a mighty ocean. So whatever you are doing, so please do not make it a practice for you to take your children and then give all the your KFC or your McDonald's, or all this junk food. It is called junk food, definitely, there is no doubt about it. Once in a while you want to eat, is not a problem, but do not make it a practice. And after eating your breakfast, do not drink water. Wait for at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes and then drink a minimum of 300 ml to 500 ml. You can drink water, because it will help you to move the digestive process a little more easily. Number one. But such of those who want to eat less food, one of the secrets for you to eat less food, especially if you're looking for reducing your weight, you drink at least 500 ml of water just before you have your breakfast or lunch. Have a water. Then after that you have breakfast or lunch. What will happen is you will be able to eat only little bit. So that automatically your quantity will reduce, and that in turn can help you to reduce your weight. These are all small things what I'm sharing with you. It comes by practice, but there are a lot of other issues you need to look into. Then coming back to your work schedule, are you going to office in a hurried manner? If you're supposed to be in KL at 10 o'clock, at least you should, if you're living in Klang, you should live, especially if you're looking at the work, pre-plan it. Especially once you get up in the morning, you can chart it out what exactly is your work schedule going to be, and start executing one by one. And in between, if you're getting some other new work on your just change. We human beings can do that. Now, what is your routine? This is something which I would like to share. Is most of the routine for today's people, working from home is a routine has happened. But what does a routine, other than on your computer you are working, other than that, what will happen is every few seconds, definitely we are so used to pick up the phone, see what's a WhatsApp message, or you will go to the Facebook and see what is a posting down there. So what's happening is we are all it's a habit what we have created all the while. So at the end of the day, it's you who have to see what you want. I would prefer look for information which is very important for your upgradation of life, not degradation of life. That information which makes you unhappy, do not go and read on that subject. Even if you read, just erase it and move forward. Do not give too much of emotion to the messages what you receive. Very important. So what is your routine is also a very important schedule you need to practice and make it a habit. Now, how do you complete your day before going to bed? Is it with happiness or is it with sadness? It's all your choice. If you feel you want to create a happy atmosphere for your own self, because at the end of the day, nobody outside can give you happiness. It's you who have to create your own happiness. And then at the end of the day, when you go to bed, at least you be peaceful, so that when you go to bed, what will happen is you will go to sleep very beautifully, very fast. If you're not able to do that, you can probably listen to some theta wave music, which is there available on the YouTube. Just type the word theta waves, brain waves, and there is a particular sound which is available. Just listen to that. You will automatically get into the theta waves, and you will be able to go to sleep. Now, before going to bed, what are the ways of gratitude you're going to send? The gratitude is definitely you have been alive on this planet Earth, so be thankful for your body and your soul. Then be thankful for the people who have been instrumental in that one particular day, from morning until evening, who all have been very helpful to you. It can be your company, okay, it can be your manager, it can be your boss, it can be your friends. It doesn't matter. What you need to do is just visualize them and say a lot of words of thank you to everybody. So thank you is another wonderful and positive word of gratitude, wherein your vibration will automatically enhance, and that will make your brainwaves calmer, and that will make you to go to sleep. So once you finish all this, switch off the lights, and then you go to sleep and say tomorrow morning, if you wake up, then we will see. That's for tomorrow. But you're going to sleep peacefully, and that's it. So at least before you go to sleep, when you send a lot of gratitude and the positive things to the universe, and then you go to sleep, and by chance you don't get up in the morning, it's still okay, because you have done the job until last night. Whatever you have to do, you have done it. You've forgiven people. You don't feel sorry. You have to make things very clear before you go to bed. This is a very, very important schedule. You need to practice it so that your journey of the next day becomes a beautiful. And it's very beautifully said that our past is nothing but the future. But everybody talks about the past and talks about the future, and they forget that today or the now is something which we miss most of the time. 99% of the people out there miss the today's, that is power of now, and they either go behind or in the future. So the past is always going to be the future, because you practice that every day, right? It becomes a habit for you. So how your future can become a beautiful future? Unless you make your today beautiful, you cannot make a tomorrow beautiful. So start practicing this for 21 days and then see the difference. You will be able to amazingly heal yourself. The moment you start amazingly healing yourself, what will happen is this habit of yourself practicing every day. Let me tell you, whether you're going to drink terahertz water or any other water, healing will take place. But the additional advantage is, it's like, you go to a petrol bunk, you have RON 95 and you have RON 97 as well, right? But you put RON 97, your engine is much more smoother, the power is much more beautiful. So in the same way, you drink normal water, yes, of course, it may be like a RON 95, but when you're drinking terahertz water, it will be like RON 97. What will happen? More power, more energy will be there. It's an advantage. So in the same way, what you need to do is start practicing and start making the right habits for you to put a proper platform, so that when you start doing this from today for the next 21 days, and then probably for 3 months and then 6 months, let me guarantee you, your future, whoever talks about the future, it will be fantastic, because it's already done. Your foundation is so good, nothing can shake you, and nothing can come and what do you say, give a problem or a situation where you feel down. It will not be there, because you have created everything very positive, and you don't feel sorry for anything, because you already cleared all the path of giving the gratitude to everyone, good or bad, it doesn't matter, you have done it. So in that way, balancing your habit is a very, very important tool for you to live on this planet Earth. So your day-to-day routine, as I'm telling you, it becomes the pillar of your life. It's the pillar of your life. You need to create the pillar of your time. So what you haven't done for years, don't expect a miracle. Now, this is a point I wish to stress upon, for the only reason is, a lot of people out there, what they are trying to do is, someone would have come and told you, drink terahertz water and this will happen, that will happen, a disease will be like this, so many skin diseases, everything, they will give you the information. So what you do, your expectation is, you drink the water and your body needs to respond. Why should your body respond to you? Just because you're drinking terahertz water doesn't mean your body has to respond to you according to what you want. No, the body has got its own mechanism. The body has its own intelligence for it to know what to do. But the body is so beautiful. It doesn't have any vengeance. What it will do is, it will only indicate and tell you, sir, you're drinking too much of water. I can't take it up. I need a little slower pace of water. You drink it slowly. Number one. Number two is, if by chance in your whole body you take one particular organ, maybe your kidneys or maybe your liver, the liver will be thinking, this man all the while has been drinking a normal Cove water or any other hexagon water or whatever water. Suddenly you're drinking this particular terahertz water. Your liver will be thinking, hey, this man all the while drinking this, why suddenly this water? This is something more powerful. It's like, what will happen is, it will try to adapt to it, but sometimes it will not be able to. So what will happen, there will be some little bit of reaction for it, and then you will feel some allergic reaction, which can come in the form of the skin allergies, or you feel a little itchy. Now why is this happening? It's not that your body is trying to accommodate. So what you need to understand is, what you haven't done for years, please change it. Now today is the time, today is the day. I am not bothered what you did for until yesterday, but today you're here. Let's start something better for it and start moving forward, so that it makes an opportunity for your own body to do what it's supposed to do. Whatever you're thinking is from your mind. Mind can change left or right. It doesn't, it's the way mind works. It can sometimes feel very good. It can sometimes feel very bad. That's the way mind is all about. But your body is so beautiful. Your organs has its own intelligence. It will try to adapt to whatever you do. It will adapt. So what is happening is you need to give a lot of positive vibration to your mind, positive vibration to the water you drink, basically to help your body to adapt and move forward. Now, anything coming into your life, it's a blessing. As I told you, we are alive on this planet Earth. We need to be thankful. So whether you're going to take it or leave it, it's your choice. For example, I can come and tell you, hey, look, there's a very beautiful device available, and when you can buy this at around whatever price, and then you resonate the water. It's a terahertz technology. It's fantastic, I'm just giving you a information. I'm sharing an information. So what happened? You have all the choice to take it or leave it. It's up to you. You can choose it. Now, the moment you're going to choose it, what happens? Before taking it, what you need to do all the groundwork, do a checking. What is it? Is it really true what Dr. Prabhu is telling? Is it true what your friend is talking about? What are the positive information you're able to pick up? Collect all the information. Do not take it for granted just because someone known to you recommended. Do not. Because many a times, this is what I have personally seen is, even someone unless it's a very close buddies you are there, and then you are made for each other, wherein you concern for it, it's a different story. But most of the time we notice that we are good friends. Of course, it doesn't matter. We know hi bye friends, we are probably a phone friends, or maybe we met somewhere. Yes, but many a times in business you will be noting that suddenly they will take your number and then send a message to you, hey, this new product is available, fantastic bro, why don't you look into it? But at the end of the day, it is you who have to take the responsibility and then go through what is really necessary for you, because this is a habit which we normally do not practice, because we take it for granted. We say, okay, fine, he told me and I don't mind. But at the end of the day, something goes wrong. What are you going to do? You're going to blame that person. But by blaming that person, nothing is going to change. It's you who are going to go through those journey. So better you take responsibility so that it gives you a beautiful journey. And this is something I always would say, you will have a gut feeling, right? Many a time, someone tells you something, you will feel good about it. Then what you need to do, then you need to go a little more deeper and then probably go with your gut feeling, because many times your gut feeling is something, is your soul is speaking to you, and 100% it will be on the right direction. But we are so used to our external mind talking, we would ignore our gut feeling and we will just go and do what we are supposed to do, and finally land up in a problem. And then we say, you, I shouldn't have done this. This is what most of us are doing it. So what I would request you is, habit. Be calm. It doesn't, people say, hey, today is the last day, before 5 o'clock, you better finish, you better buy it, you will give this to, nothing is going to happen. You don't buy also, nothing will happen. The world is not going to change. The world is not going to stop. It will be there. So what you need to do is just be calm. Unless it's a question of life and death, when then of course, if you don't take, you're going to die, means of course you have to be very positive, go pick up that injection, give it to the doctor, he will give you. That's a different situation. But many times in business, it's still okay. You need to analyze, wait, and then probably execute your gut feeling. Now, accept that it has come to you for you to either change you, charge you, or compliment you. It can be anything, It can be even one particular product in your life which comes into you. But at the end of the day, let me tell you, in Malaysia alone, we have more than 1,000 network marketing companies running here. Registered is around 800, I think, but more than that, if you look at the 1,000 network marketing companies, if one person speak to you, we have people are there and there are a lot of good products. I don't deny that. But what are you going to do? Are you going to pick up all the 1,000 products and start practicing using it? No, right? You need to have what is right for you. That means to say there are some things which will come to you for you to change. Now, this is all what I'm talking is something from your higher dimension, higher consciousness. You need to accept it. So for you to become the higher consciousness being, your only criteria, what you need to do is you become that higher conscious being first before you look at the other part of the world wherein people are coming into you. 80 to 90% of the being are conscious being. It's only 5 to 10% of the being who are all in the higher consciousness. Higher consciousness is always in the awareness mode, always in the alert mode, and always will be calm enough and then will analyze and then only execute it. That's how when you are in that higher consciousness will happen. So you need to work on that to move forward for you to work on your platform as a human being. So accepting whatever comes to your life is something so beautiful. You can just accept it and move forward. That is also a part of it. But I would say when you accept something new coming into your life, look for all the required details, what is necessary for that particular situation. And then if your gut feeling says go for it, then you go for it. Now, definitely water is very, very important for the general well-being. Now, if you're looking at water, now either drinking water or bathing in water, both, what will happen is it will rejuvenate you. That is one of the most beautiful benefit you get. How many of you have gone to a waterfall and then had a shower there, and then after that you feel so much of rejuvenation? Now, why do you think that you get so much of rejuvenation, especially when you go to a waterfall and then have a shower, or go and have a bath in a river water and a flowing water? Why? Because there is a lot of negative ions, negative ions. Your computer, your phones, your radiation, all these are all positive ions. When you're talking about negative ions is minus, okay? The negative ions, especially near the waterfalls and nature, when you walk on grass, these are all very highly negative ions. So what happens is when you have a lot of positive ions, there are a lot of positive diseases coming into you. So you need to balance. So if opportunity is available for you to go and relax yourself monthly once or two, monthly twice, for you to just, collect more of negative ions, it's good for you. That means your body will start healing. Now, when you're talking about body healing, you will feel energetic when you're drinking this particular water. And when you sip this water and drink, definitely you will feel energetic. And this, I think most of you who are all drinking this terahertz water would have felt that, because when you drink a normal filtered water, you don't get that energy, because it doesn't give you that qualities of water which is necessary for you to give that energy. Whereas here, when you're drinking a terahertz water, when you sip it up, definitely you feel. And other than that, both of them, especially you're taking bath and then you're drinking, it cleanses the impurities from the body. So when I'm talking about cleansing, I'm talking about detox as well. That means the poison which is being collected, the waste product which is being collected in your body, slowly as you're drinking this water, it will cleanse. When you're taking a shower, just imagine if you can take shower in terahertz resonated water, you will feel so energetic. Only thing is you and I don't have a time to, at least create that amount of water and then take a shower. We don't have, or if someone can do for us, I think we all will be happy to get the shower. Or maybe our company can come out with a unit wherein you fix it in the shower and then you get the terahertz water shower, which will be much more energizing and then more helpful in cleansing our body as well. Now, drinking normal temperature water or warm water is an excellent choice. As far as possible, avoid, as I am telling you, directly tap water, which is not a proper filtered water. Ice cold water I normally don't advise. And then of course water without minerals is also not at all a good choice for you, because your kidney needs proper minerals and trace elements for it to function. So now you can drink any water if it has got the following properties. Very simple. So understanding water, what you need to do, the pH of the water should be 7.5 to 8. This is the minimal. Of course, there are people who are talking about high pH of 9.5 to 10 pH water. And what they are talking is, they are telling you when you drink this alkaline water, your acidic body gets neutralized. Yes, agreed. Now, this holds good for people who are all, I would say, eating a lot of oily food, non-vegetarian. Their mindset is always aggressive, angry mood, all this while. So what happens is your body of course becomes acidic. Now when you're talking about acidic body and you're drinking alkaline water, it does help. It's not wrong, it does help. But your body manufacturer, our creator, made it in such a way that your pH ideally is maintained between 7.5 to 8. 7.5 is the one, but we are giving a little flexible until 8. Now, whether you're drinking high pH or whatever it is, it will come back to your body will come back to 7.5. It doesn't mean that just because you're drinking alkaline water for a very long time, then see, there are two words you need to remember. One is acidosis and another one is called alkalosis. Now, alkalosis is very highly alkaline. There are a lot of problems we will face if you're drinking too much of alkaline. There's a lot of problem you will face when your body is too acidic also, acidosis. You would have heard diabetic people suffering from ketoacidosis, they will go into a coma because of high sugar content. They go into a state of ketoacidosis. So both are a problem, right? So you need to have a neutral. That means it should be in the center wherein our body can function normally. But when there are situations where when you're acidic, you can go for alkaline so that it comes. So your alkaline diet will. But if you're too much of alkaline also is not good for you, because your body has to get back to your normal functioning facility. It has to make that our opportunity. But with the environmental factors all around, which is more acidic, because when you're living in a city, your body is bombarded with radiation, pollution, then of course thought patterns of the people, you just go outside, people's vibration is already there in the air. Now most of the time, if you're talking about the unfavorable situations in life, like your lockdown or your corona, you're going on talking like that, that vibration is in the air. So when you are receiving that information as well, so automatically you are exposed to an acidic environment. So you need to start thinking a little bit of gratitude is good enough. You just feel the attitude of gratitude for your own self, that you're alive, good enough. The second very important is your frequency of water, which needs to be between 40 to 60 hertz. When the water is at that frequency, its absorption is much, much better. Now, the beautiful good news is when you're talking about terahertz water, the frequency is around 7.6 hertz, which is amazingly very, very small. So that means the frequency is so good. And you all know that there is something called the Schumann's energy, which is 7.83 is the Earth energy field at that frequency. Even the ozone layer is 7.83 is your frequency. So our terahertz resonated water is slightly lower than that Schumann's frequency. So it's still good and acceptable because it's hardly 2 points less than the Schumann's energy. So it is still good for our body, and the vibratory status of that frequency is definitely good enough for our body to balance its journey. And with a high energy, we'll be able to move forward. Other than that, the molecular structure of around 2 nanometers, which is what terahertz water, the company has given this detail. Now that means the water molecule is so small that it can get inside your aquaporin cells, which is around 2 nanometers. So water getting inside and going out is much more easier. Other than that, it has got good high energy, which is also called the fourth phase of water. There are 3 phases of water, there is a 4th phase of water, which is at high energy, which actually pushes all the organisms, which will kill all the organisms, and which can push away all the dirt and other impurities away from this particular water. Now this, I think, Dr. Ganbo had shown in his presentation, wherein you all can see the moment terahertz water is placed, or the 4th phase of water is placed, it will actually push all the unwanted impurities to the one side. So in that way, when you are drinking this water, definitely there is a lot of benefits you will get by, with that high energy, your unwanted impurities. But it will take a long time. You need to understand 3 to 6 months is a time duration for your body to recoup, balance, and then move forward. Other than that, your water has minerals and is good enough. But you need to understand that ORP is up to minus 1000 is still available, and especially the pH of around 13 pH, 12.5 to 13 pH will have a minus 800 to 1000 ORP. Now, I have heard and I have seen people consuming that high ORP with a high alkaline pH for a treatment of cancer. Okay, but many a times it becomes, when you're talking about from a medical point of view, it won't be advisable. But I have heard and seen people drinking, and they have helped themselves in curing the cancer for their own self. They have done it, but publicly we won't be able to let people know that you can drink such high minus ORP, because we don't have any clinical proofs and studies. Plus, it's always plus. TDS is always plus from 0 to the water is good enough for consumption. But anything on the higher side, maybe plus 500. If it is 500, definitely it is not at all advisable, because it's more of acidic water, and it's more like, for example, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, their TDS will be minimum of 500 plus 500. So it's more of acidic nature. So you need to get into a situation where get these basic properties. If you can get this kind of water, you should look into it and start drinking that particular water. Living in an urban city area like what we are living in Kuala Lumpur or Klang, or in a city, what happens is we cannot get water from the natural sources. But if you can get the water, then well water, waterfall, oasis water, all these are all nature's gift to us. But what we have done is we have actually foregone the nature away, and then we have built concrete jungle in a city, and then we have started living, and we get piped water which is all rusted, and then of course with a lot of iron content in your water. And this is where, if you see a lot of people who don't even have a proper filtration system, if you look at the kidney failure cases are very, very high. Now why is it? Because when you drink this kind of water, you may think that just boiling the water, it is good for you. Yes, you, by boiling water, what will happen is you are actually killing the organism. That's it, nothing else. But imagine a heavy metal like iron. If it is there in your water, nothing will happen to the iron even if you boil the water. So when you're consuming the water little by little, what will happen? One stage will come wherein you will go in for a kidney failure. Your kidneys, nephrons, all the filtration system gets blocked. But if you ask the history, they don't have diabetes, they don't have blood pressure, they don't have any problem, but suddenly one fine day, doctor will say your kidney is failed. Now, this is what is happening. Now, if you look at the reason, I would say many a times it's because of the water we have been drinking consciously or unconsciously. Little drops of rain make a mighty ocean. The same way, little water day to day for 20, 30 years you've been drinking. So this is where it will create a problem. So right now, it's always better to change the way you are living and look forward for a positive way of lifestyle. With you invest. See, why you earn money is basically you need to have a little bit of comfort for your own self. So invest in a good water filtration system. Now today, with this corona around, with the pollution around, please do have a good air filters in your home bedrooms where you sleep for a period of minimum 5 to 8 hours. Please have a good air filtration system. Whether you like it or not, you need to have. Other than that, invest in a good bed, especially when you're lying down, you need to have a peaceful sleep. So your bed is also a very, very important, I would say, investment you need to make. No point in buying a house for 500,000 and at the end of the day you don't have a proper filtration system, you don't have a proper bed to sleep, you don't have a proper air filtration system in your home, and no water proper. How you're going to? You can have a 500,000. So what? So you need to prioritize your life, wherein what exactly you need to prioritize that. Then all the other things is like an addition. So Tara's resonated water is the right now situation where it has been exposed to the people, and a lot of people have started consuming this water, and there are a lot of positive feedbacks we are getting. And this is an advantage that we are able to move forward, I think, in the near future with a lot of positive clinical trials. Maybe we would be trying out, and then that in turn which will give an advantage. But as you all know, technologies is going on changing. We also need to accept that there can be a little more faster and beneficial terahertz technology in the future, which we will be. And I think our company is coming down with the blower technology, which is going to revolutionize the way we can handle pain and skin diseases and other areas where our blower technology can be used. And so in that way, one of the most important benefits what we can get is ability to detox. This is something which I think every one of you should know is water has got the capacity to detox, means flush out the toxins. And when you're drinking a resonated water, definitely the detox is much, much better. So what will happen when there is a detox mechanism of taking out all the unfavorable impurities from your body at the cellular level? What will happen is your rejuvenation will automatically take place. When there is a rejuvenation, there is a new cell formation. Now, when there is a new cell formation, it is a, see, this is a principle behind anti-aging. Now, people are talking anti-aging. Now, what do you mean by anti-aging? So that means to say you don't age, is it? Your age doesn't move forward, is it? Today you're 50 years, tomorrow also you'll be 50 years, is it? No, it doesn't work like that, right? But we use the word anti-aging. We are actually, it is not anti-aging. Wherein what we are trying to do is we are assisting our body. Instead of aging faster, we are actually making our aging a little slower. That's it, by giving a opportunity for your cells to become more healthier. So the more healthy cells you have in your body, for example, you are talking about 50 trillion cells. In that 50 trillion cells, you just imagine 80% of them are all freshly prepared new cells. It's like a newborn baby. What will happen? You'll be so energetic. Like the babies, can you see they're always energetic? Young children, if you see, they'll be running around left and right, and they will never feel tired. But when you're 50 years old, a little bit you run only, you'll feel so tired. Why? Is because your stem cell regeneration is low. Now, why is that? Because there's a lot of toxins accumulated. So water is one of the easiest way for you to detox yourself. So once you detox, what happens is your cell starts becoming healthy to perform their functions, be it carrying of oxygen, be it carrying its nutrients, converting the nutrients into energy. All this will be done by our own cells. They know what to do. But if your cells are already sick with all the impurities and the toxins inside, you think the cell can be healthy? No way. It's just like you go into an atmosphere wherein there's a lot of junk, probably garbage. You just go and start moving around in that area. Within next 5 minutes, you'll feel so uneasy. Maybe the smell you won't like, the vibration you will not like. But the same thing, you go to a temple, mosque, or a church. It's a beautiful meditative hall. You just go down there. What you will feel, you'll see so positive. Now, this is what happens in your cell also. When your cell gets everything new, and then when it's the poison is all thrown out, it knows what to do. So in this way, what will happen is it will help your disease process to slow down. If you're having diabetes and you're going to drink terahertz water, what will happen is in a long run, slowly as you're drinking, the benefit of cell rejuvenation can happen, and thereby probably if you're going to get complication of the diseases, it might slow down. There are some people who have been helped to reverse the diabetes, yes, especially by drinking terahertz water. There are people out there, but there are other people also, their problem is still persisting. But I would say you need to give a time for your body for at least a minimum of 6 months. And then just by drinking water, do not expect your diabetes to clear up. There are other factors. There are a lot of other vitamins you need to do. Your proper habits, what you're making, all these are all very, very important. So by drinking terahertz water, what happens? You feel good, you feel energetic. It's good, right? Isn't it? So in that way, you need to look at if the water you're drinking can give you all this beautiful feeling of positiveness, drink that water. It doesn't matter whether you're going to drink terahertz water or any other water. It doesn't matter. As long as you can get that feeling. But for that, you need to work. So you need to change. So start your habit change today. Drink adequate water, which is very, I repeatedly go on telling you need to drink adequate water. Start with 500 ml, increase it to maybe 100 ml divided dose. You have to take it little. You cannot just gulp 500 ml one shot. You have to divide a dose, then get into the 1000 ml, then 1500 ml, and 2000 ml. So this is how you need to start consuming the water, especially if you're talking about terahertz water. But if you're talking about any other water, like maybe from a river, you're going to drink water, maybe you drink that water one shot, nothing will happen because you're going to drink only one time. But terahertz water, if you have an opportunity for you to drink regularly for 3 weeks and then go on continuing it, please make it a situation where give an opportunity for your body to balance, adapt for the change which you are going to give for your body. The body never thought that you're going to drink the water, right? It's only you are looking at it, and then you are giving an option for your body. So give a body to adapt to itself for a change. Now, what you need to do is the picture speaks 1,000 words, right? Now I have put a donkey carrying a lot of junk on it. So in the same way, do not carry a lot of unwanted thought patterns, unwanted information stored in your brain. It's also not good for you. So what you need to do, be a smart human being. Why can't you be a smart human being? Human beings are definitely smarter than an animal. But at the end of the day, you see, we do so many wrong things and unfavorable things and then create a problem for our own self, and then finally blame everybody under the sun except your own self. No way. Even if the creator or a manufacturer out there up looking at and created us, if we assume that way, he will feel ashamed of himself that he created a human being, because we are doing all the wrong things at the wrong time and expect the right results. How can it happen? So now from today onwards, be a smart human being, be wise, be calm, and let you choose the right things at the right time at the right place. And then what will happen? The results has to be right, isn't it? So in that way, what habits are you choosing? The bit and eat is still already there. So what you need to do, be very careful. What are you practicing every day? What is the mind telling you every day? Is it a gratitude compliment or it's a complaint? So look at it, rewind, stop, rewind, stop. What you need to do, especially if it is a complaining mode, if you're a person complaining about the environmental and everybody under the sun, you just stay, be calm for a while and say, why should I complain? Let me compliment it. So change, follow a proper protocol, very important. You need to follow, nobody can put you. This is where, if you see, you go to a school or a tadika, you start, what happens? There is a timing, 9 o'clock you should go to the school, means you rush 9 o'clock, and they make you, okay, proper uniform, you should wear a tie, you should wear a shoes, and your dress should be clean, your hair should be cut. Why they made all this protocol? Because they make you to a disciplined lifestyle, which is what is a school does. Now just because you're free here, nobody, see, for example, in terahertz, nobody is putting your rules and regulation as what you need to do, what you don't need to do, because we don't have a teacher up there. But definitely, I would say, we are beautiful souls. Let's take responsibility in what we do. We should do it in the right way. So have a proper protocol. To whom are you talking? What information are you sharing? Is the information correct or wrong? You need to do all the proper protocol and then do the sharing and then do the necessary. It's not out there you want to push the water and make money out of it, or recruit people and make money. No, that shouldn't be our aim. Our aim is, we need to have a proper society with a proper healthy habits. So in that way, every one of us should take responsibility, and then you need to discipline your life with positive changes. You need to do that. Now there is something on the right side here, the fire of positive passion. You need to have all the time. With a COVID situation like this, for a lockdown, it's almost 19 days. Probably there are many of them out there. Probably income is not there, you're finding it difficult. Please don't worry or don't be concerned. For every living being on this planet earth, we all have an opportunity to live to the fullest with whatever we have. We can do that, we can adapt. And we have been living on this planet Earth for millions of years. We have come through a lot of, every soul out there, we all have, born, died, reborn. So there is a cycle of birth and death which has been happening. And in the Hindu scriptures, it has been told that we have 84,000 times we are born and we die, 84,000 times. And last week I told you about the six senses, and we are the sixth sense. So the remaining five senses, animals and the plants and the, your worms, all these come under below us. So we have taken birth of all those, and then we have finally been landed up on this planet Earth as a human being. So it's the biggest, greatest gift that you are a human being on this planet Earth. So be a smart human being. You should feel, the creator should feel so proud that, hey, I created this human being, fantastic, he does a good job. This is what we all need to do. So have the positive fire of passion, and then make every habit, whatever you do from today, very positive, and then to bless every one of you in abundance with a lot of, I would say, financial abundance, peace abundance, healthy abundance, all the abundance on this planet Earth. You should get into that journey. If you see the word abundance, there is a dance in that dance. So that means everything you have you should dance out of it. So happiness, you should dance out of it. You have financial secured lifestyle, enjoy that dance. So with that blessing, I wish to meet you all again, once again next week with another topic. Until then, thank you very much and have a fantastic weekend. Thank you. Angie?